Hello and good evening from St. Louis Park Benilde High School as the St. Louis Park Orioles take on the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights. Both teams come into this game at 2-2. I'm Bruce Overin, and thanks for joining me. And it should be a good game. Benilde coming off 36 to 33 loss against Chanhassen. So far this season, Benilde started off their season against Waconia with 23-9 loss. Then they beat Orono 21-16 and De La Salle 47-7 before losing to Chanhassen. The St. Louis Park Orioles, they come into this game at 2-2, starting their season with a 34-7 win against Bloomington Kennedy. Their losses came 42-14 loss against Robbinsdale Cooper and 28-7 against Academy of Holy Angels. And then they beat Richfield their last game 41-14. The Red Knights have deferred. They will kick to the St. Louis Park Orioles. So Louis Hyde will do the kicking. For the St. Louis Park back will be Natham and Davenport. Homecoming here at Benilde. Good crowd. We get ready to start. Game time temperature in the 50-degree range. High kick. Comes to the near side. That's Natham. Natham avoids one tackle. Gets out to about the 35-yard line. And St. Louis Park will have good field position at the 35-yard line as they'll start 1st and 10. You see the starting lineups for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Offensive line with Olsen, Medina, another Olsen, Corcoran, and Caceres. The backfield, Natham, along with Dvorak, Ewald, Ferris, and Thine. And the quarterback, Aaron Ellingson, Jr. for St. Louis Park. Quick pass to the far side, complete. And about a 5-yard gain for the St. Louis Park Orioles. So that's Dvorak with the catch. Good pass by Ellingson. A little bit of a wind at the backs of St. Louis Park in this game right now. See if that's a factor for the quarterbacks in this game. Ellingson. Natham steps up. Fine. Strong, and we got a couple of players moving, and I think we'll see if they say Thine was the one who started forward first here, and I think he did. Referees trying to figure this one out, and let's see what they call. Legal procedure against St. Louis Park, so I'll move the Orioles back and bring up a 2nd down now and about 10 yards to go. There you can see the tight end for the Orioles, Sam Fine. So keeper Ellingson. No gain as Red Knights do a good job stacking it up. Liza Brown was in on that tackle. Also, keep an eye on John Whitmore. He's big hitters on this team. They're going to throw it. It's caught on the far sideline right around the 1st down marker. And Dvorak has the catch and a first down for the St. Louis Park Orioles. We take a look at this play again on the far side. It was actually Akili Ferris, number 11, catching the football there. Well, they give that time to, oh, it's keeper. They had me fooled on that one. What a play. I think everyone was looking back behind the play, and if you watch Nathan, well, it looked like he had the ball, and he was hit hard, and what a great job by Ellingson on the fake. Luke Mathwig was the player that originally had gotten Nathan in the backfield. But Ellingson does like to run the football, and big first down for the Orioles, 25-yard line of the Red Knights. This is Ellingson again. He's going to keep the ball, trying to fight to the 20-yard line where a bunch of Red Knights in on that tackle.
Tackled by Whitmore.
Whitmore and Elijah Brown in there quickly. You can see
second down and 7.
Also for the Red Knights, looked like Landry was in there too. .10 remaining here in the first quarter, just underway. St. Louis Park's first possession. Couple first downs here. They've got the ball in Red Knight territory. Pair of wideouts to the near side. They're going to throw a crossing route, and the pass incomplete. Intended for Ewald. See, Ewald slipped up there, tripped up on the, and the grass may just be a little wet as we a little bit of frost settling in.
Third down and 7 to go.
Trips to the near side. Empty backfield. The Red Knights jump. I think this is going to be called against the Red Knights on the cadence of Ellingson.
Calls offsides on BSN.
And he didn't just have one, he had the whole line seemed to jump on this. Watch this again here. Typically when you see that many players go, wow, Orioles interesting lineup here. Boy, they really split it out, and now Ellingson is trying to go somewhere, but Red Knights did a good job defensively, but the Orioles do get the first down. So
Tackled by Gugulos.
I don't know if I've seen that offensive set. 4 guys on one side and 6 over on the other side. But a legal formation and a first down for the Orioles. At the 15-yard line. Nathan has yet to get the ball. Back to pass. Ellington's going to loft it for the corner. And touchdown, St. Louis Park. What a great drive for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Capped off with Ellington lobbing it in the corner. You see the defense was good on the play, but just a perfectly thrown ball. And unable to get it that time was Mason James.
Adam Bauer to kick for the Orioles.
And the kick is good. So a good start for the Orioles. This is the Red Knight team that can put up a lot of points. We've seen them put up in their last 3 games 33, 47, and 21. So St. Louis Park's defense will now have their work cut out for them, but great first drive for the Orioles. And a good first drive by the quarterback, Ellingson, who had some big plays in that series. Adam Bauer will kick for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Sort of a short kick, filled it on the run.
Kick is returned by number 19, Johnny Woodford.
So the Red Knights start from the 47-yard line. Nick Peterson, the quarterback. And off to Will Petty, number 4.
Will Petty with the carry. Tackle number 55, Jake Olson.
St. Louis Park defense, led by Jairo Lopez Barrera, having another great season. Also Brendan Johnson Snyder's also coming in with some big tackle numbers. And we give it to Petty again. Petty works his way down to the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down, 3 yards to go.
Tackle number 22, Jairo Lopez Barrera.
Lopez Barrera in on that tackle.
Third down and 2 to go.
It's a young Red Knights team. They seem to have improved quite a bit so far from their first game against Waconia. Gumos in motion. The throw the near side wide open and caught. Charlie Hansen, the receiving the football on that one.
That's enough for Red Knights. First down.
Yeah, Cup just playing back a little bit on that one, and Hansen found an opening in the zone, was able to make the catch and get a few yards after the reception. So the ball now at the 36-yard line, and the Red Knights are moving the ball downfield. And the give to Petty, breaks one tackle, cuts to the near side. And he's pulled down at about the 22-yard line. Nice gain by Will Petty.
Tackle number 30, Aaron Sledge. Petty gets enough for another Red Knights. First down.
Will Petty coming into the game had carried the ball 27 times for 129 yards, an average of about 4.8 yards per carry. Looks like Smith, Isaiah Smith with the carry. And Dedefo in on the tackle for the St. Louis Park Orioles. We'll bring it to about a second down, and 12 yards to go. They're going to call it about a 2-yard loss on the play.
Second down and 12.
Let's move down back to the 29-yard line. 6:39 left here in the first quarter. Orioles lead 7-0. First possession of the game now here for the Red Knights. Quick pass in the flat. It's complete. Bauer in on the tackle. Swenson, Zach Swenson was the receiver on the play. Bauer quickly grabbed onto him at the legs and didn't let go. As we take a look at this one more time here. You want to get him low, and that's what he did. But a good effort by the receiver, Swenson.
Bringing up 3rd down and long for the Red Knights.
So 3rd and long. Single coverage to the near side. Swenson and Hansen wide out on the near side. In motion, Wolf. Back to pass, thrown long in the corner. Open is Swenson, and he just drops it.
Pass attempt to Swenson is incomplete. Broken up by number 12, Jacob Brown.
Brown defending on the play, and it had something to do with the drop on that one. To the lefty, Peterson. Tossing it for the corner. It was a great throw, and Brown just got his hands on there. He caught up to the play, didn't really have his head turned towards the football, but was able to make a really good play on that ball. 4th down, I think the Red Knights will go for it here. They're going to run the same formation with Hansen and Swenson to the near side. See if inside shovel to Wolf.
With the carry.
And the Orioles read that play, did a good job defensively. You look at sort of a double reverse handoff. And St. Louis Park with the stop. So the Orioles with their 2nd possession after scoring on their first. Ellingson. Nathan in the backfield. Rolling to the near side. Time to throw. Ellingson throws behind the intended receiver.
Blaine Poole on the coverage. Pass intended for number 25, AJ Dow.
It was AJ Dat was the intended receiver on that.
Second down and 10.
So now Ferris and Dvorak will line up wide out to the near side. Rolling to the side. And a throw. And it's caught at the 45, 50-yard line. Dvorak. And a nice throw as watch Ellingson as he rolls. Did a really good job to lead the runner here. It was a little wobbly throw there, but stretching his arms and making the catch was Dvorak. And a penalty against the Orioles is going to bring this one back. So the big play nullified. And so instead of the Orioles having the ball at midfield, they're going to be deep in their own territory at about the 11-yard line. Very, very big penalty on that one. And Orioles have to be careful here. They've been getting Ellingson out of the pocket. He's been rolling a little bit here. Now they got him rolling again. He's under pressure. Throws to the near side, and it's batted away. Intended for Ferris. Poole did a great job catching up to that football and batting that one down. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. See the pressure put on by Landry. Textbook defensive play that time by Poole. And now we're going to get encroachment again, the defense again.
Offsides on Benilde.
Red Knights trying to get a little advantage there, but second time they've been called for encroachment.
3rd down and 15 to go.
So 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Quick pass in the flat. Good block. But now the Red Knights will stack that play up at around the 26-yard line.
Tackled by a slew of Red Knights. There's a flag on the play.
Another penalty flag. See if this is against the Orioles here. The legal procedure against the Orioles is declined, so it's now 4th down. And the Orioles will bring on their punter. Darren Ellingson. There's a punt that takes an Oriole bounce. James picks it up, and James is going to go down at the 24. Good punt by Ellingson. Always tough as a punt returner, deciding if you want to try and get that one, take a chance, and hold on to that football, but not let the ball roll another 10, 15 yards. That one took a good roll for the Orioles, and Mason James just let that one go. So now the Red Knights will start with from their 24-yard line.
For the Red Knights from the 24-yard line.
Woodford, the wide receiver to the near side. Peterson. And the give to Petty. Petty grinds out a couple yards.
Tackle number 55, Jake Olson. Second down and 7.
Man in motion to the near side. Peterson keeps it, and he's spun down at about the 33-yard line by the Orioles. Tobias Davenport did a good job to make the tackle. Lopez Barrera was there, but Davenport got in there first. 3rd down 1 for the Red Knights, trying to give their homecoming crowd something to cheer about here. The ball at the 34-yard line, 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Orioles lead 7-0. Petty with the big hole. Petty could go to the 45, 40. And Petty is gone for the touchdown. 66-yard run for Petty. Great blocking by the Red Knights that time. And watch Petty, once he got into the secondary, there's no one touching him. You said the crowd wanted something to cheer about. That was a big play that got them riled up a little bit here. Louis Hyde now will attempt extra point. And the kick is good. We're tied up at 7. Take a look at that scoring play one more time here. Inside handoff. And a great job by the left side of the line. So it only took the Red Knights a couple plays after that punt. Pushed them back inside the 30-yard line, and 64-yard run. We're tied at 7. Davenport and Nathan standing back at about the 10-yard line. The kick will be made by Louis Hyde. He tees it up at the 40. Looks like the wind, looking at the flag right now, looks like the wind has pretty much died down. Nice kick by Hyde. Davenport steps into it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Davenport gets out to the 36-yard line.
Davenport with their turn up past the 35-yard line. Tackle from behind by number 3, Zachary Swenson.
Swenson in on the tackle for the Red Knights, and the Orioles will have the football. Cool night for football here in St. Louis Park. Looks like St. Louis Park has a good contingency on their sideline. Throw, and it looked like that time it looked like Ellingson was hoping for Akili Ferris to cut inside, but Ferris kept running the out route, and be second down. In motion, Nathan, and the quarterback Ellingson tries to take it himself up the middle, but Red Knight stacked that one up.
Tackle by number 32, Luke Mathway. Number 35, Michael Schmidt. Bring up 3rd down and 9.
Michael Schmidt and Luke Mathway were in on that tackle. Empty backfield, trips to the near side. Quick pass for Ferris. Eludes one tackle, trying to break free, and is brought down on a nice play by Shea Kinney Lenhart. And the Orioles will be forced to punt again. So Swenson will go back to receive the punt, and Ellingson. High punt. Fielded by Swenson. Breaks the tackle, comes to the near side. He's got some blockers, and he runs into his own player.
James at the return, there are multiple flags on the field.
There's the flag. Ellingson was the last player with an opportunity to get Swenson, and sort of ran into his blocker, but we're going to get a penalty, and it's usually against the return team when you see the penalty called on the run. If we have an illegal block. So instead of the ball being at the Orioles 41-yard line, this one's going to come back from the spot of the foul. Looks like the flag is sitting at the 31-yard line.
Two calls on the play. The first is the block in the back of Benilde.
It's a little bit of a block in the back there. So this will move the ball back close to the 20-yard line. Looks like they'll place it at the 21 where the Red Knights will have the football. Nice run. Number 29, Isaiah Smith.
Isaiah Smith with the carry for the Red Knights. Shoestring tackle.
Again, that blocking on that right side of the line has opened up some big holes. Saw Petty with the big run, this time Smith.
For another Red Knights first down.
It's a first down at the 40-yard line, 20-yard gain on the play. They're going to give it to Smith again. Davenport is in quickly to make the tackle for a loss of about 4.
Second down and 13.
Peterson back to pass, quick drop, throws, incomplete. Intended for Landry.
Pass intended for Guggenos is incomplete.
That was actually Guggenos. The front of the jersey looked like a number 20, it's 28. And that's Matt Guggenos.
13 for the Red Knights.
He lines up to the near side. Third down, 13 yards to go. Rolling out. He's going to throw downfield, lobs it, and it's caught on the run. Guggenos. And it's incomplete, out of bounds. Let's see this one again. Oh, I think he had his foot in bounds when he caught that football. Sledge was the defender on the play, but I think he had his right foot in and had possession of that football. And looking at the replay here one more time. Let's see if he has the football there. Oh, no, the ball was actually bobbled. The ball was sliding down. And so he had to have full possession when he had that foot in bounds. So actually, that was a good call by the officials. Well, that's Bauer. Didn't call a fair catch that time and pays for it a little bit as he gets the ball out to the 30-yard line. And that will do it for the first quarter of play here. After one quarter from Benilde-St. Margaret's, St. Louis Park 7 and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 7. Stay with us with more football coming up.
My name is Carly. I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor. I've been saved twice, so who says I can't save somebody else?
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
7-7 our score as we get ready to start the second quarter.
Make sure you stick around at
Both
halftime
teams switch
for
sides, and
the
St. Louis
homecoming
Park will now
court
go from
introductions,
right to left on our screen.
2018 Athletic Hall of Fame inductees, and of course our BSM dance team.
Fine goes in motion. The give is Natham. Natham gets outside, across the 40-yard line down to the 43. So a nice run
Tackle number 81, Shea King.
by Natham. And call him out at the 40-yard line. We'll be real close to first down here. We'll get a penalty though, holding on the St. Louis Park Orioles. We started to see the penalty flags adding up right now. And those are hard when you now are faced with
There was a flag on the play, holding on the Orioles.
first down and in the spot of the foul, so be first down and 15 yards to go. Trips to the near side. Thine goes in motion. Or the strong left. Back to pass. Ellingson rolls, throws, incomplete, intended for Dvorak at the 30-yard line.
Intended for Dvorak is incomplete. Blaine Poole on the coverage.
Poole defending on the play for the Red Knights. Ewald, Ferris, and Fine line up on the as it trips to the near side. Ellingson, quick drop back. He's going to throw over the middle, and again, same play, same defender. Poole defending on the play as Dvorak was the intended receiver. So the Orioles run trips to the near side, and they throw to the lone receiver on the far side. Now they're going to run, looks like the 4 wideouts.
Third down and 15.
Natham spread out, trying to get the Red Knights to jump. They almost did. A lot of pressure. Got to get rid of it. Ellingson does. Thrown downfield, and we're going to have a
Pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
penalty on the play. Big pass rush by John Landry. And we get pass interference called on the Red Knights, which will give the Orioles a first down. Pass intended again for Dvorak. And defending on the play was Kenny Lenhart. But a lot of pressure by Landry and a great job by Ellingson to get rid of that football. So the penalty moves the ball to the 40-yard line. Keeper Ellingson trying to get a block, but Red Knights stacked that one up. That right side of the defensive line doing a great job there.
Tackled by Landry, Whitmore, Pellegrini, and others.
John Whitmore was one of the players in on that, as he usually is.
Second down and 9.
Second down 9 for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Ferris, lone wideout on the near side. Back to pass, thrown on a crossing pass that's incomplete. That was Gugamos defending on the play as Dvorak looked like he had it for a second. Watch Dvorak, and Gugamos closes and gets his hand on the football. So great play by Matt Gugamos.
Third down and 9 to go for the Orioles.
Brings up a third down, 9 for St. Louis Park. Trips to the near side, A.J. Daft, Keely Ferris, and Thine. Nathan goes out of the backfield. They're going to lob it for Nathan, the running back, trying to get down on an out. So they send Nathan out, hoping that he can get a mismatch on defense. Off his back foot. An incomplete. Poole was the closest defender on the play. Did a pretty good job defending there, and no opportunity. St. Louis Park will have to punt the football.
James back to return the punt.
Mason James will back to receive the punt. It's a shorter punt. Takes an Oriole bounce right in the hands of James as he goes up the far sideline, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Mason James returns the ball up to the 32-yard line.
7-7 our score here. Homecoming for the Red Knights. The last game we did here, the De La Salle game for the Red Knights, temperature was in the 80s. It was very warm. It's dropped about 35 degrees. Peterson rolling, and he is brought down.
Peterson is tackled in the backfield at number 30.
Sledge in on the tackle. That time Peterson rolled to his left, and as he turned, facing a couple Orioles. You can see Davenport and Sledge got in there quickly. Also for the Orioles, number 10, Tony Stadler. Big loss, about 12 yards. Brings up second down, 22. Swenson lined up far right. And we're going to timeout for the Red Knights. Following this game, the Red Knights will head on to, good job, Paul. You was just ready to go with the schedule, and you already just pulled it up at the same time. We'll head over to Academy of Holy Angels. That game on Friday, October 5th. Then come home for a game against Richfield on the 12th and close the season at Bloomington Jefferson. So some very winnable games for the Red Knights coming up in the future. Saw the Orioles sideline for a second there. And
second down and 22 to go.
Second down, 22. Peterson. Peterson back to pass, steps into the pocket, now throws across the middle, open, incomplete.
Number 19, Johnny Woodford with the catch for Peterson.
Johnny Woodford found a spot in the middle of the field, was able to get a big gain back out of that 20-some yards, and instead of where it was second and 22, it's now 3rd and 4. Red Knights need to get to the 42-yard line for the first down.
Third down and 4 to go.
Rolling, throwing, complete. It's like Woodford again on the far sideline.
Pass is called again by number 19, Johnny Woodford. Tackled by Dvorak. Woodford gets enough for another Red Knights first down.
So the Red Knights with the first down here as we hit the 8.5 minute mark to go here in the first half. Red Knights trailed 7-0 and a 64-yard run to tie the game. There's a catch and a quick tackle. Gugamos.
Peterson's caught. Pass is caught. By number 28, Matt Gugamos.
See, Gugamos got up high, was able to catch that football. It was bobbled for a second, but caught and gets to the 50-yard line, gain of 2 on the play.
Second down and 8.
So quarterback's putting the ball up in the air a little bit here, and inside handoff. Smith. And Smith has a first down for the Red Knights as he gets to the 42-yard line.
16, Brendan Johnson-Snyder. Smith gets enough for another Red Knights first down.
And you can see the offensive line, what the holes that they're opening. They're doing a great job up front. Rose blitzing. Peterson avoids it. Now he has pressure behind. Throws the football incomplete, intended for Swenson.
Peterson's pass nearly caught by number 3, Zach Swenson.
Good job by Peterson knowing where the pressure was coming from. You see that he looked like he was going to roll left. Now he rolls it to his right. Throws a pass almost caught by Swenson.
Second down and 10.
Isaiah Smith remains in the backfield. 4 wideouts. And the give is Smith. Smith stays on his feet and is brought
Isaiah
down
Smith
at the 34-yard line.
Tackle
Defo
number
in on the
15,
tackle.
Picasso to Defo.
They spotted at the 35. So third down and about 3 for the Red Knights.
Bringing up a big third down and 3 to go.
There's different methods of calling plays. You see Peterson coming to the sideline where the Orioles will keep their quarterback out on the field and he'll look to the sideline. Peterson steps into the pocket, throws complete, and it's bobbled, fumbled. Orioles have it. So it looked like Gugamos caught that football, fumbled it, and it was returned by Lopez Barrera, who picked it up.
Tackled by John Whitney.
I think that was actually Micah Hyde was the receiver on that. It's a little hard from up here to see between the 28s and the 26s. Now St. Louis Park inside the 40-yard line. First turnover of the game for the Red Knights, and they're going to give it to Natham. Natham stays on his feet and turns his way for a first down for the Orioles.
Number 7, the thief with the carry.
So Sajid Natham moves the chains for the St. Louis Park Orioles. And Natham gets it again. And you can see the Orioles just pushing forward. Almost like a little bit like a rugby match there. Orioles line up quickly. Davenport will now line up on the left side. And Davenport back in motion. I think the Orioles may have either delay a game or timeout. Timeout called by the St. Louis Park Orioles here. And the St. Louis Park upcoming schedule. They'll be at Orono on October 5th. Coming home to close the season against Irondale on the 12th and De La Salle on the 17th. There's 2-2 so far this year.
Second down and 6.
What the Orioles do here. Second down, 6 to go. Back to pass. Ellingson rolls to the far side, throws on a comeback route, and it's caught.
Pass is caught complete. There's a late flag on the play. Cool with the coverage.
We have a flag on the play. The catch was made by Ewald.
Completion by number 3, Cole Ewald.
Looks like the Orioles are moving backwards, so. Illegal receiver downfield for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Illegal receiver downfield.
See if we can see who got down there.
Tackle up 5 yards, repeat second down.
Again, sometimes when the play just extends like it does. Back to pass, Ellingson throwing long for Ewald, and it's almost intercepted.
Pass is incomplete.
Gugamos
on the coverage.
was a defender on the play. You can see the definite size advantage between Ewald and Gugamos there. Brings up a 3rd and 11. Probably 4 down territory for the St. Louis Park Orioles here.
3rd down and 11 for the Orioles.
I'd be surprised if they run the football here. Get a chunk of it back. This is a quarterback keeper, Ellingson. Ellingson stays on his feet and gets to the 10, 11 yard line. And it's going to be a first down for the Orioles.
Number 81, Kenny Leonard.
Again, they fake the handoff to Natham that time, and Ellingson, strong runner. He's finally brought down that time by number 81, Kenny Leonard. Lenhart and injured player for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Josh Smith, the injured player for St. Louis Park. Looks like he'll be okay.
First down and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Orioles looking to get the lead back. They led 7-0. Benilde came back to tie it. Now the Orioles, the 10-yard line. Handoff. Coming, fighting for the end zone is Natham, and he's got the touchdown. Natham just worked his way along the line and found the opening and was able to go in for a 10-yard touchdown run. So now Bauer will come in to attempt the extra point. The snap is good. The kick is not good.
Extra point is no good.
Bauer doesn't miss too many. I mean, he's been pretty spot on this year. That one just, well, wide right, didn't get a good foot on that one, and that could be a big missed extra point as the score now 13-7. You saw Nathan with a nice cutback. I think he was going to go outside at Ewald ahead of him, and just was able to take a good block and move it inside and score the touchdown.
Gugamos and Carter back to return the kick.
So Gugamos and Carter back to receive the kick from Bauer. We've seen some pooches done by the Orioles, but this is a kick that Gugamos is going to have to scoop up at the 20. Gugamos has an opening up the middle and is brought down from behind.
Gugamos returns the ball off near the 29-yard line. Tackled by number 20, Emmanuel Hawkins.
Emmanuel Hawkins making the tackle for the Orioles. So the turnover was turned into 6 points for the St. Louis Park Orioles. They have the lead with 4:47 to go in the first half, and now the Red Knights with the football. Orioles showing a blitz.
Hand off to Petty.
Petty was the ball carrier.
Tackled by number 16, Brendan Johnson-Snyder.
Johnson-Snyder in on the tackle for the St. Louis Park Orioles. And the ball advanced out to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 4. Davison and Swenson to the near side. Rolling to the far side, Peterson. He looks across the middle, almost intercepted. Lopez Barrera almost getting his second turnover of the game. Boy, he had it in his right hand for a second there and bobbled it.
Red Knights are coming up on 3rd down in the long 4.
Inside handoff, Petty, and he is not going to get the first down. Petty is actually going to lose a yard. Davenport, you know, Davenport's not all that tall, but he makes some big tackles, and that was one. So punting situation now for the Red Knights. Bauer will head back to receive the punt. Also Dvorak. Carlton Cronin will do the punting. They have a penalty flag down. See if the Orioles could have been offsides. I don't know.
Kick ends up near the 40-yard line. There was a flag on the flag.
If this is on the Orioles, it would be a first down. Let's just see. It could be illegal procedure on the Red Knights too, and it is.
Illegal procedure on the Red Knights will be declined.
So Orioles will decline the penalty, and they'll have good field position as the punt was down at about the 40-yard line. Orioles trying to get set up here. 3:23 to go in the first half. Hand off Nathan. Stretches it outside to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 4.
Nathan with the carry.
We'll keep the cameras rolling at halftime for the halftime festivities. So they're going to set up with trips to the near side. Ewald, Dvorak, and Fine. Back to pass, thrown over the middle. It's thrown for Keely Ferris, but way overthrown on that one.
Incomplete. Blaine Poole on the coverage.
Again, Poole on the coverage there. Third down, 6. Now Ferris comes to the near side. And the throw is complete. Dvorak, and it's going to be, I don't know where they're marking this.
Tackle made by Gudemos.
We're giving the Orioles a first down. Looked like he was across the midfield mark, but they marked it right at the 50. First down for the Orioles. Landry shows blitz. Comes in. Quick throw over the middle. Incomplete.
Pass intended to Thine is incomplete.
By the intended receiver.
Luke Mathway on the coverage.
You can see Ellingson likes to jump throw a little bit.
Second down.
So Ellingson surveys the field. Nathan in the backfield, showing a blitz. And Ellingson takes it himself to the 46-yard line.
Tackle number 20, John Landry.
Down to 2:20 remaining here in the first half. He's spotted at the 47.
3rd down and 7 to go.
A big play for both teams here to see where the momentum goes here at the end of the half. St. Louis Park can get a first down and keep the momentum going. That's going to give them a lot of momentum going into the locker room. And for Benilde, if they can make a stop, get the ball back, maybe they can make something happen.
Flag on the play is delay of game on the Orioles.
Orioles get called for a delay of game. So 3rd and 12, passing situation for the Orioles.
3rd down and 12 to go.
Ewald and Ferris and Fine on the near side. Dvorak on the far side. Back to pass. Ellingson has time. Throws it. Open was, well, I'll tell you, they had Ferris, but they had Ewald by a step on the defender. And
Ferris is incomplete.
Not quite the throw that Ellingson would have liked. You could see Ewald wide open. Probably had about 5 yards on James that time. And the Orioles setting up to go for it here.
Stays on the field for
On 4th down, we could see the pooch kick though. A lot of times we'll see Ellingson maybe kick or try and draw him off sides here. Oh, they did. They jumped, but so the Orioles will take a delay of game and punt the football.
Moving delay of game on the Orioles.
They almost drew the Red Knights offsides that time. Ellingson will punt.
James back to return the kick.
James will return the punt. He's standing at the 20-yard line for the Red Knights. And the punt over on the far side. James has it and goes down.
James with a turn up near the 40-yard line. Tackle by number 12, Jacob Brown.
You know, Brown did a good job. He came back after going off balance, was able to come back and still trip up the returner. So the Red Knights with 1:28 to go, they still have a couple timeouts left.
1st down and 10 from the 31.
Back to pass, thrown across, and just behind Swenson that time.
Pass intended for Swenson is incomplete. Tipped by number 10, Tony Stadler.
Stadler defending on the play for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Clock stops, 1:24. Jacob Brown will guard Swenson here. We're showing blitz. Keeper Peterson, and he is hit hard out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty on the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Peterson with the keeper, flags on the play.
So instead of 3rd down and long, it's going to be a 1st down for the Red Knights. And that's going to bring the ball up to midfield. The Red Knights would like to see if they could punch one in before halftime and take a lead. St. Louis Park leading 13-7 right now. Yes. And the give for a couple.
Carry. Tackle number 55, Jake Olsen, timeout, Red Knights.
So timeout with 1:12 left to go here in the first half. St. Louis Park scored first. Dvorak with a 9-yard reception and a pass from Ellingson gave the Orioles a 7-0 lead. Then the Red Knights came back with a 64-yard run by Will Petty. Tied the game at 7, and Nathan for the Orioles with a 10-yard run. Extra point was wide right, and that's where we stand, 13-7. So Peterson will direct the Red Knights here on 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Trips to the near side. Back to pass, under pressure, thrown over the middle, and it's just dropped.
Pass broken up by number 8, Dvorak.
Dvorak in on the play. Smith comes back into the game, and it's now 3rd down, 9.
Third down and 9 to go.
Woodford and Gugamos on the far side. Swenson comes to the near side. And the handoff. Smith gets a nice hole. Smith jumps over one of the defenders and is finally brought down inside the 30-yard line. We do have a penalty flag. We could get a hold. The flag was at the 34-yard line. Referees have been busy in this game. The Orioles are pointing backwards, so it's a hold against the Red Knights. So this is going to bring up a 4th down and 2 yards to go. Oh, 3rd down too, that's right. The Orioles take the penalty, so down doesn't change. 3rd down, 2. Seconds remaining. Petty in the backfield. Looks to the far side. It's caught at the 31-yard line by Woodford, and Woodford was tackled right away. So 1st down at the 32. Red Knights on the march, but 32 seconds remaining. Now the clock starts. 31. Back to pass. Peterson. He steps into the pocket. He's got time to throw. He's going to run it to the near sideline, and is going to go out of bounds at the 22-yard line with 22 seconds remaining in the half.
second down and 1 to go from the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1. Peterson, and he is going to go down.
Peterson is sacked.
Good thing this isn't the NFL, or they may have called some penalty. You just never know when a quarterback goes down these days. And
Red Knights.
timeout for the Red Knights as the tackle was made by Jack Townsend for St. Louis Park. 16 seconds, and it's now 3rd down 7. So the Red Knights are out of timeouts.
Hey fans, don't forget after all the halftime excitement to get your raffle tickets.
So we may see the Red Knights try and go down into the end zone here on this play.
Our 50-50 pot is now over $800.
Either be the end zone or the sidelines. Gugamos and Woodford on the far side. Hyde and Swenson to the near side.
3rd down and 7 to go for the Red Knights.
Petty in the backfield. Peterson looks to the sideline. Surveys the field and another look to the sideline. Peterson pumps once. Now he rolls, trying to direct traffic. And he throws downfield. Player open. And it's caught, touchdown. Oh, incomplete. He dropped it. It was right in his hands and then dropped. And we have an injured player.
Play was broken up on number 30, Aaron Sledge.
Well, that was a good defensive play. Swenson. And that was Sledge. So Swenson did have the ball for a second, but Sledge came and knocked it out of his hands, and Swenson is the injured player on the field. Let's take a look at this one more time here. See the pump fake. Peterson rolls to the far side, directing traffic. Does a great job to get that ball right where he needed to be. Swenson had it for a second, but then Sledge got that right hand in there to knock that ball out. Good camera work as Swenson getting up gingerly and walking to the sidelines. It's a good sight though. So probably see the same type of play with 7 seconds to go, 4th and 7, and Red Knights will air one more out here. So the Orioles will play a prevent defense here, guarding the goal line.
Red Knights offense stays on the field on 4th down.
Trips go to the far side. Woodford on the near side. Peterson, he rolls, he's got room, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted, but we have a penalty flag, so we're gonna have interference against the Orioles, I believe.
Pass was intercepted by Brendan Johnson-Snyder, but there's a flag on the play.
So Johnson-Snyder with the interception. It was a nice interception, but I think we're going to have a penalty, and that's going to extend the half by one more play.
Call is pass interference on
So
the Orioles.
the call is pass interference, as we see. And really for the Orioles, that's a big mistake because they would not have had the touchdown and the half would have ended. Now you're giving the Red Knights one more chance
And a chance for
to
one more play for the Red Knights.
get in the end zone. They're going to spot it at the 15-yard line. So instead of letting him catch it as he was going down and having the half end, the Red Knights have one more shot here. We'll see if the Orioles maybe call a timeout and get set up defensively now.
Timeout, Orioles.
They do. I think that's a good call by the St. Louis Park coaching staff, Ben Wolf. So the Red Knights with one play now to try and see if they can tie and maybe take the lead at halftime. And they're going to send their trips out to the near side.
Here come the Red Knights for one final play.
This is it, barring any penalty. Peterson. Rolls to the near side. He's got time to throw. Throws across the field, deflected and incomplete. And that will do it for the half.
Broken up by Ferris.
You saw Peterson, plenty of time to throw the football here. Has to throw across his body. And Keely Ferris deflects it because it was intended for Woodford. Incomplete, and the Orioles will lead 13-7 here at halftime. So good first half. A bit of a defensive battle. A couple turnovers in the half, a lot of penalties. The dance line is going to be performing here at halftime, but all right, so we have homecoming, dance line, and Hall of Fame. I'm going to put my headset down, and we're just going to actually just keep it, keep the cameras rolling so you can watch the halftime show. I don't have any program, so unfortunately I'm unable to do this, but hopefully you'll be able to hear from the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? While tomorrow night's dance officially ends our homecoming week, we would like to use tonight's game to introduce you to our homecoming royalty who have served our community all week. The freshman, sophomore, and junior classes selected representatives to participate in homecoming, and the senior class chose 8 young men and women to be a part of the royal court. Please join me in welcoming the attendants from the class of 2022, Lady Sydney Dreams and Sir Nathaniel Farrell. Presenting the attendants from the class of 2021, Lady Teresa De Cesare and Sir Lucio Fialo. Presenting the attendants from the class of 2020, Lady Olivia Schmitz and Sir Luke Mathwing. "14 seniors were selected by their classmates as members of the 2018 homecoming court. It is with great pleasure and pride that we introduce them to you now. MCs Lady Stella Fortier and Sir Bradford Shibley. Lady Jane Hoyt and Sir Dylan Dries. Lady Iana Whitfield and Sir Carlton Cronin. Lady Maggie Emmer and Sir Joseph Benning. Lady Cheyenne Carter and Sir Harrison Shibley. Lady Estelle Butts and Sir Scott Dick. Lady Anna Poland and Sir Benjamin Barry. And finally, your 2018 homecoming queen, Grace Douglas and King John Whitmore. Please join us in congratulating our 2018 homecoming royalty. And now a warm round of applause for your BSM dance team. Today was the award ceremony for the Benilde-St. Margaret's Athletic Hall of Fame. At this time, we would like to recognize the 2018 members of the Hall of Fame. Class of 71, Jerry Gilligan. Class of 73, Jim Urbanek. Class of 75, Pat Walter. Coach Tom Cussell. Class of 76, Molly Cashman-Siebold. Class of 78, John Lundeen. Class of 2000, Jillian Ziebeck. Class of 2004, Stevie Seitz Evans. Class of 2008, Jordan Taylor. Congratulations to all of these outstanding individuals who have contributed so much to the athletic history of Benilde-St. Margaret's School. Thank you.
With liberty and justice for all. Does that mean bunnies? Bunnies are so cute. And kitties? Chickens?
Every year, thousands of companion animals and billions of factory farm and lab animals are legally abused and killed. But it can be stopped. Join the Animal Legal Defense Fund and tell Congress you support sensible, humane laws. Add your voice to the growing chorus of Americans demanding basic rights and protections for all living creatures.
Don't forget the puppies.
13-7 our score as we get ready to start the second half. I'm Bruce Oberon. Thanks for joining us here for this evening's game. Homecoming from Benilde-St. Margaret's. And the Red Knights deferred in the first half, so they will receive the kick here in the second half. Well, I believe there's a penalty that was assessed as the Orioles are kicking from the 45-yard line of the Red Knights. So
Ugamos and Carter back to return the kick.
a little bit of a pooch kick is
Surprise onside
fielded
kick
by
is
Wolf.
recovered by number 1, George Wolf.
So the Red Knights will start here in the second half after see if there's some changes that they've made here in the second half. Orioles played a good job defensively in the first half, holding the Red Knights to 7 points. Well, the Red Knights were successful running the football. We'll see if they maybe try and go to the ground a little bit more.
Malik Robertson, the ball carrier.
Well, different first time that they've given the ball to Robertson in this game.
Second down and 5.
So Robertson gets about 5 on that play, brings up 2nd and 5. Peterson and the handoff again. Big hole. This is Smith. Smith could go all the way. Second long game of the day for the Red Knights, and this is a touchdown for Smith as he takes it 65 yards. So almost the same area that they scored before, actually 75 yards. You can see Sledge unable to catch up. Good start for the Red Knights here. They didn't like being down. They made some adjustments, decided, we were able to run the ball pretty good in the first half. Let's try a few runs, see if we can spring someone. And that time, Smith. An extra point is good. Well, that 13-7 lead by the Orioles didn't last long here in the second half. 70-yard run by Smith. That was that same area where they run just off left tackle and been able to, that's how they sprang Petty in the first half, and both touchdowns coming on long runs, one of 64 yards and one of 70 yards. So very tough for St. Louis Park team, playing so good, but giving up the long plays can make a difference, and now they trail.
Nathan and Davenport have to return Hyde's kick.
Louis Hyde will kick here now from the 40-yard line. Davenport and Nathan back. High kick. This is Davenport, takes it at the 5, 10, 15, trying to get outside, and it's going to be stacked up inside the 20-yard line. That's a nice kick by Hyde. He was working on his kicks at halftime, and that was a good one. So see if St. Louis Park can answer the Benilde touchdown. Ellingson, the quarterback, Nathan in the backfield, trips to the near side. Looks like a power right. Rolling, throw to the near side and incomplete, intended for Dvorak. No, actually that was Ewald.
Pressure put on by number 59, Darnell McCree.
You can see with the pressure that Ellingson having to throw it off with his back foot. Again, the Orioles have trips to the near side and the handoff. And Nathan goes down. Great play that time by that was Dieterding. Charlie Dieterding getting in there quickly, getting a hold of Nathan.
Third down and long for the Orioles.
So the Orioles now third down and long, keeping their own territory. Ellingson taking his time here. Back to pass. He's got time to throw. He's going to lob it downfield. Intended for Akili Ferris. He's got it. It was deflected, but he may be called for interference. Akili may have pushed the defender, but I don't agree with that call, but we'll see what they call. Looks like they both went up for it. We'll see here. See if he pushed them down to take the advantage. Watch your hands. Yeah, he did give him a little push. So.
Shea Kenny Leonard on the coverage on that pass.
Yeah, Shea Kenny Lenhart was the defending player on the play. And now it's going to be third down 21 for the Orioles. A lot of flags in this football game. Back to pass, under pressure, Ellingson eludes the tackle, thrown for Ewald, incomplete. And the Orioles now have to punt from deep in their own territory. So the Red Knights have come out, fired up here in the second half, playing great on both sides of the ball, coming up with a big offensive play and now a big defensive series. So And the Red Knights will have good field position here as James is standing at the Orioles' 45-yard line, waiting to receive this kick. Takes a bounce and down by Jacob Brown.
37-yard line.
So the Red Knights now lead 14-13, 9:46 to go here in the third. They have the football at the Oriole 37-yard line. And the first half ended with the Red Knights trying to get the ball into the end zone and pass incomplete in the end zone. And so they've had a few opportunities. Handoff.
Malik Robertson, the ball carrier.
So Robertson, the ball carrier.
Stadler and Davenport on the tackle.
And that tackle was made by Johnson Snyder. Peterson rolls, throws downfield, open, and caught. Touchdown, Swenson. So Zachary Swenson was injured in the first half, comes back to make a great catch here in the second half, and a great throw by Peterson. And there's a penalty flag, it looks like, which does not surprise me because we've had plenty in this game. Seems like any time there's been a big play, there's been some penalty that the referees continue to talk over. Against the Orioles.
Penalty is on the Orioles for helmet-to-helmet contact. Touchdown still stands.
Couple players going down hard there. That may have been where the penalty was, but may have been on the Orioles on a takedown. Great pass by Peterson on that play. And the high kick is good. So 14 unanswered points here in the second half for the Red Knights, and they now lead 21-13 over the Orioles. Standings. Holy Angels, the next opponent for the Red Knights, are 2-0, 4-0 overall, so that'll be a big contest. You see the Orioles and Orono in the middle of the pack, and then you have De La Salle and Richfield.
The personal foul penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So now the Orioles penalty is assessed on the kickoff, so the Red Knights will kick from the 45-yard line of St. Louis Park. We have to watch for onside kicks here because 10 yards. Well, they're going to just boot this one into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback.
Hyde's kick is a touchback.
A little surprised the Orioles didn't go a little deeper on their kick when they had at the 45-yard line. So the Orioles are trying to see if they can turn the momentum around again here. It's been all Benilde here in the second half. Ellingson takes it up the middle and maybe a yard.
Tackled by Whitmore and Elijah Brown.
Whitmore in on that tackle. Ellingson again takes it up the middle and maybe a yard at most, couple. So it's gonna bring up a third down, 8 yards to go, and we have an injured Red Knight on the field. Looks like it may be DJ McCree. Third and 8 for the Orioles. They've not gotten a first down here in the second half. Rolling to the near side, thrown, incomplete. Poole with a great defensive play, and there is a flag.
There's a flag in the backfield.
It's going to be roughing the passer.
It's going to be roughing the passer on the Red Knights.
Against the Red Knights. We'll take a look at this again. Watch Ellingson. Gets rid of the football and a late hit on the quarterback. It's a great defensive play by Poole, nullified by the penalty. And this one's gonna march it out to the 37-yard line, maybe 38. The last game we covered, St. Louis Park Richfield, there were a lot of flags, and this game, it's the same. Referees are earning their pay. Keeper by Ellingson gets across the 40 to the 42-yard line, so a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Mathwig in on the tackle.
Second down and 5.
So a procedure against the Orioles will make it, instead of 2nd and 6, it'll be 2nd and 11.
False start on the Orioles.
Ellingson tries to step inside, and he's going to go down for a loss.
tackled in the backfield by Brown and Whitmore.
Yeah, Whitmore in there. Also Elijah Brown. Those guys right up the middle. Put a lot of pressure on the Orioles, and Ellingson now faces the passing situation. 3rd down, 13 to go. Dvorak, the lone receiver on the near side. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. That's Nathan.
Nathan with the carry. Tackle number 20, John Landry.
Landry in on the tackle for the Red Knights, and it brings up a 4th down. 9 yards to go, and the Orioles, I believe, bringing in the punting team.
As James goes back to return the punt.
James standing at the 30-yard line, waiting for the punt. Ellingson, a lot of pressure. That close to being blocked. James takes it, gets away from Jacob Brown. Still on his feet, being pulled down from behind.
Mason James with the return.
Yeah, finally tackled by number 19 of the Orioles, Sam Thine, but watch this effort by James. Got to tackle low. So the Red Knights looking to add to their lead. They lead 21-13, 5:04 remaining here in the 3rd. Smith in the backfield. And see if the Red Knights will run the football here. And they give to Smith. Smith gets to the near side, stays on his feet, spin move inside the 40 to the 38. Isaiah Smith with a great run on that play.
That's enough for another Red Knights.
And again, can't say enough about the blocking on the left side of the line for the Red Knights. They've done a great job in the front there. See the Red Knights continuing to just pound the football here in the second half. And a give again to Smith. Pushed out of bounds.
The ball carrier, forced out of bounds by Jonathan Snyder.
Johnson Snyder in on the tackle for the Orioles. Official stoppage here. One of the Orioles working on their helmet, so an equipment timeout. That was Johnson Snyder. He's got to come off the field. Let's see if the coach can get it working for him. So Jacob Brown comes in. He'll replace Snyder Johnson. Blitzing from the backside. And the pass complete. Down to the 10-yard line is number 20 Ford. Or John Landry, excuse me. So watch John Landry as Peterson finds him right in the middle of the field open, and finally tackled by Dvorak. And again, when you're able to run the football, opens up the passing game a little bit with that play action pass. Peterson does a great job running to his right and throwing across his body. It's inside handoff.
William Petty charges his way forward inside the 1-yard line.
Petty gets down to about the 1. Red Knights have some good runners on this team. They just can see how they keep the feet moving. And Petty does a great job working down to the 1-yard line. Quarterback keeper, Peterson, is he in?
Nick Peterson with the quarterback.
And he is. Touchdown. Quarterback keeper, Nick Peterson. And now it's 20 unanswered points for the Red Knights here in the second half. Right on to attempt the extra point. Plenty of leg.
Its kick is good.
Again, if you want to visit our website, you can parktv.org. Be able to watch these games, and if you miss a game, be able to see more. And also, if you have relatives that are out of town and want to watch a game, give them the information. They can watch the game as well. Well, the Red Knights have a good kicker in Louis Hyde. He's a junior, so he'll be back again next year. It's a young Red Knights team. And after their first loss, they've really played some good football. Losing a close game last week to Chanhassen. Picked up at the 10. Oh. Still on his feet, Davenport, and now we get a flag behind the play. So by getting the extra yards, I think the Orioles are going to get an illegal block on the play.
There's a flag on the play. Calls a block in the back on the Orioles.
So illegal block on the back by the Orioles will move them back. They have not had good field position in this game, and I don't know how. Davenport broke that tackle. It was such a great effort, though. I think the referees have their quota of flags. They can stop pretty soon here, though. They mark it at the 10-yard line. 15-point Red Knight lead. 2:43 to go in the third quarter. 21 unanswered points for the Red Knights. Ellingson under pressure, gets it downfield, and the pass behind the intended receiver. Intended for Keely Ferris, incomplete. And the Red Knights, you can see Whitmore put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And two receivers pretty close in that area. And that was Ferris, the intended receiver. Quick throw, cutting over the middle, it's complete. That's Dvorak, and he tried to hurdle one of the players, got to the 20-yard line.
Assisted by Shea Kinney Leonard. Ferris on the catch.
And a first down for the St. Louis Park Orioles. That's their first down here in the second half. Ellingson. Late throw on that one. He waited till the last second when he's under pressure. Intended for Ewald, who has yet to get his first reception of the game. And well, see, Ellingson hit double pumped. He almost like lost that football.
Second down and 10.
Handoff up the middle. Nathan breaks a couple tackles, gets out to the 35-yard line, and a nice run by Nathan. Orioles will line up quickly. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Nathan's had some good runs in this game. Back to pass thrown down the far sideline. Incomplete, intended for Ferris. Good defense on the play.
Mason James on the coverage.
There's Mason James. Step for step. Let's bring Davenport in now. There's a pass, and too low for Dvorak. He's diving at the 44-yard line, guarded by Poole on the play, incomplete, and it brings up a third down now for St. Louis Park. Whatever John Hanks did at halftime, said to his team, or the game plan that they came up with here in the second half, you want to bottle that because it's been working well for the Red Knights. Back to pass under pressure. Thrown, it's complete. Breaking a tackle is Dvorak, and he stays on his feet to get inside the 45 down to the 41. Whitmore putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but Ellingson able to get rid of that football, and he gets up slowly. Trying to walk it off. First time in the second half that the Orioles have crossed the midfield mark. And we're down to 1:18 to go in the third. Back to pass thrown to the far side, and is that caught? I believe it is, by Ewald.
Pass is caught by Ewald.
So his first catch of the game. Ellingson trying to get in a rhythm here as the ball now at the 38-yard line. Under pressure, and that's just thrown away. Intended for Ferris. Nothing Ellingson could do there. The Red Knights were coming in strong. Third and 5. for St. Louis Park. And the Orioles will have Davenport,
Third down and
Dvorak,
5 to go.
and Ferris. Ferris now comes in motion to the near side. Back to pass, thrown incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Davenport at that time, and it brings up a 4th down. I think the Orioles will probably go for it here.
Fourth down and 5 to go.
Ellingson throws to the sideline and it's deflected. And a great defensive play by Gugamos. No chance really that time for Dvorak. And the Red Knights will get the football on the change of possessions as we have 29 seconds left here in the third. It's been a long game so far.
First down for the Red Knights from the 38.
Hand off to Robertson, and Robertson goes down behind the line of scrimmage. And that should be the last play of the third quarter. A quarter that was very friendly to Benilde as they came out, played some pretty hard football here in the third, starting off with a 70-yard run by Smith. Swenson with a 37-yard reception from Peterson, and Peterson with a 1-yard run, so 21 unanswered points. And we're through 3 quarters of play here from Benilde-St. Margaret's 28-13. The Red Knights lead. We'll be back with more football in just a minute.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
28-13 our scores. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. Red Knights with a second down, 12 yards to go. Hand off Robertson. Brought down at the 37-yard line by the Orioles.
And the winner of the 50-50 cash.
DeDeffo was in on the tackle on that one.
784-662. 784-662. Winning numbers can be met at the table near the concession stands. Thank you for your support.
Third and 10, Peterson. He's going to go downfield, open. First down for the Red Knights and more.
Peterson's pass is complete to number 3, Zachary Swenson.
Zachary Swenson again with the catch for the Red Knights. Come up with a couple big plays. An injury in the first half, but came back in the second half, and he's come back with some nice catches at a 37-yard touchdown, and now that nice reception. Isaiah Smith in the backfield, and he gets the ball. Smith down close to another first down for the Red Knights at around the 30-yard line.
Smith falls forward for a gain of 9.
9-yard gain. Smith comes out. Petty, the ball carrier. Petty with the first down for the Red Knights.
William Petty, the ball carrier, falls forward for a gain of 4.
Petty was tripped up that time by number 10, Stadler.
William Petty picks up another Red Knights first down.
10 minutes left to go in the game, 28-13. 15-point lead for the Red Knights. They have the ball in Oriole territory at the 26-yard line. Give us to Petty. Sledge was the first man in on the tackle. Swenson lines up far right. Peterson, he rolls. Now he has time. Continues to go to the line, throws, it's complete. What a nice catch by Wolf in traffic. That's George's first catch of the game. Peterson close to that line of scrimmage when he threw that football, and a nice catch. You can see in between two defenders. There was Ewald and Brown defending on the play. Petty in the backfield. He gets the ball. Down to the 15.
William Petty, the ball carrier.
Petty comes out. Isaiah Smith in.
Petty gets enough for another Red Knights first down.
Clock continues to move down to about 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the game. Isaiah Smith. He has a 70-yard run in this game. Back to pass thrown, and it's caught by Wolf. Touchdown, or no. Is he in? Very close to the goal line. We'll see what the referees call it here. Touchdown, Wolf. And is he fired up? You bet. Watch him cut over the middle. Peterson with the perfect throw. You can see the defender right in on the play, having his hands, and I don't know how Wolf held on to that one. Bauer had his hands all draped over Wolf's arms, and Wolf had the strength to hold on to that football. It was a great catch by Wolf. A lot of credit to Peterson on the throw. That was just thrown perfect too, but what a great catch by George Wolf.
High kick is good.
For the fans, it was a little quiet here in the first half when St. Louis Park led 13-0 7 at the end of the first half, but now it's all Red Knights, 35-13.
Davenport and Nathan back to return high kick.
This ball bounces at the 19. Orioles got to pick it up. Fumble, and Davenport still falls on it at the 20-yard line.
Davenport recovers the kick, tackled by Wolf and Swenson.
Orioles with the ball on the 20-yard line. Nathan in the backfield. He gets the football, gets around the end. We'll get a penalty behind the play. And I think we're going to get a hold on the Orioles.
Call is holding on the Orioles.
Let's see if we can see the hold here. I don't see it. I don't see a hold on that play at all. And these referees are calling flag. There was, looking behind the play, I did not see any. That's a block. Well, maybe 61 may have got it, yep. Yeah, if anything, it would have been called on Zach Corpron from maybe grabbing a little jersey from behind. Pass completed.
Ferris with the reception. Tackled by number 32, Luke Mathwig.
So Ferris tackled by Mathwig.
Second down and 20 to go.
Second and 20. Ellingson trying to avoid a lot of pressure because they're going to tee off on him. Ellingson rolls to the far side, throws at the foot of the intended receiver.
Blaine Poole on the coverage.
Poole has been in defensively quite a bit here. For the Orioles now, third down and 19 yards to go. And they're just going to hand it off.
Tackle made by Whitmore.
So Nathan was tackled by Whitmore, and it's fourth down for the Orioles. They'll be forced to punt the football again with 6.5 minutes remaining, and the Red Knights will have good field position again. Orioles have been unable to get anything going here in the second half, so does not look like the same Oriole team that played in the first half. A lot of credit goes to the Red Knights, so made some adjustments and have played a very good football game here in the second half.
Fair catch is made.
James makes a fair catch at the 37-yard line. Robertson will be in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Robertson. Goes off left tackle and gains a few.
Robertson, the ball carrier.
Jackson Leishaw warming up on the sidelines. We may see him in the game.
Second down and 8 for the Red Knights.
Robertson remains in the backfield. Give up the middle is Robertson again, and he gets to the 35-yard line.
Robertson, the ball carrier, stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Red Knights just open to taking some time off the clock here by just running the football. They've been successful running the football in this game, a couple long runs. Petty had a 64-yard run, Smith a 70-yard run. Got a penalty flag.
The penalty flag on the field was unsportsmanlike conduct on the Red Knights.
The Red Knights called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Third down and long for the Red Knights.
It's now 3rd and 23 from the 49-yard line. If they look for Swenson here. Got Wolf in motion. Coming up the middle. Wolf has the football inside the 40-yard line down to the 38. He's going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll probably see the Red Knights go for it here. Royals defense looks like they're tiring a little bit. The Red Knights offensive line's been able to get some good push against this defense. There's a reverse handoff. This is Wolf, and Wolf has a 1st down. The Orioles in the first half were able to guard against that play, but this time, as the game goes on, defense tiring a little bit, and that play worked to perfection for the Red Knights and a 1st down. Under 3 minutes, just approaching the 3-minute mark, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And Robertson. Davenport makes the tackle at the 20-yard line.
Robertson, the ball carrier, tackled by number 2, Davenport.
The Red Knights will go to 3-2 this season, and again, their next game at Academy of Holy Angels, and that's a big conference game for the Red Knights. Just a good second half for the Red Knights to give them some confidence going into Holy Angels to play that football game. Leishaw is the quarterback. Hand off to Robertson.
Malik Robertson, the ball carrier, tackled by number 22, Lopez Guerrero.
And now we'll start getting some substitution here for the Red Knights. Trying to get some of the players that are coming into the game. Horschnick in there, number 17. Looks like Skelton in there as well. Davison.
The ball carrier. Lopez Barrera with the tackle. Davison picks up another Red Knights first down.
Looks like Carver in the backfield. Carver with the football.
Number 45, Brooks Carver, the ball carrier on the play. Falls forward for a gain
So
of
Brooks
3.
Carver gets a few yards. And he'll bring it down to about a minute remaining. So the in-town rivalry. Victor will be Red Knights. Holding the Orioles scoreless in the second half.
Davis
Should have time for one more play here.
43, Boxley Homan.
Lisha looks like he's going to still hand it off. I don't know if he's going to take a knee here.
Brooks Carver, the ball
Carver carries the ball, and that's going to be the last play of the game. So Orioles led 13-7 at the end of the first half, and the Red Knights will win this football game 35-13 in front of their homecoming crowd. A great second half of football played by the Red Knights.
Please drive home safely. Happy homecoming.
And still up as we watch the players shake hands on the field here. And for the St. Louis Park Orioles, their next game will be on the road as they play at Orono and come home for a couple games. Irondale and De La Salle at home. Great job by the Benilde-St. Margaret's coaching staff making the adjustments they needed in the second half, and they came out to play in the second half, outscoring the Orioles 28-0 and winning this football game 35-13. On behalf of our crew, we want to thank everyone for joining us for this evening's game. I'm Bruce Overman saying so long here from Benilde-St. Margaret's 35-13, our final score.